Well, we continue with the discussions with a number of candidates. In fact, I've got someone who is actually rushing because he needs to go and vote, the chairperson of the Eastern Cape, and of course, he's the nominee for the position of the deputy president, Oscar Mabuyane. So I'm not going to waste time because he's been here for quite some time. Mr. Mabuyane, so we know that you are officially now on the ballot. You can't be running away from us. You are speaking to us now. But one thing that is very interesting for me is that we have three names of the deputy president. In terms of your consolidation, you and Ronald Lamola did have some discussions. So who is stepping back between you and Ronald Lamola?
Thank you very much, Mzwandile. Also, good afternoon to viewers. The lobby teams and provinces have handled the situation with care, and we are leaving it there. We have debated, we're going to the ballot, now knowing very well what exactly do we want to achieve. To assist the rebuilding of the ANC, to assist the renewal of the African National Congress. So you need a collective that will be able to cohere, that will be able to come together and make sure that that sort of work is done. And also you need a leadership that must be able to support the president of the ANC. He has been doing a relatively good job in terms of trying to get ourselves on with the renewal, that we've been actually avoiding for some time, because we know what is likely to come out of it, what it exudes. You see the problems and negativity that comes with that. But yes, the conference is going very well, and it's good. It's a nice experience. I'm so humbled to be a nominee.
Please go back to my question, Mr. Mabuyane. Between you and Ronald Lamola, who are you agreeing that formally he must remain in that ballot?
It's not for me to announce that, but I'm aware that Comrade Lamola has addressed delegates from Mpumalanga, has addressed caucuses on a progressive interest. So let me leave it there so someone else can do that. But I know we're going to ballot much more better than what probably would have been yesterday.
Okay, I'm just going to say it because you don't want to say it. So Oscar Mabuyane is the one who is supported by the majority of those who are like-minded on this.
Yes, we have been guided. We have been guided like that.
Yeah. So I know you're rushing, so I'm not going to hold you. But the ground seems to be quite balanced. So do you think your viewpoint, I know that you are comrades at the end of the day, so whoever emerges, so you will rally behind. But in terms of your slate, I know you don't want to use that one. In terms of your slate, do you think you are going to emerge?
Well, our perspective is doing very well. Good numbers. We have shown that strength, the numerical strength. But everyone, when you go to a contest, everything is possible. You'll never know what then becomes preoccupies individuals that are getting into the ballot box. But let me leave it there. But I think we're doing very well. We're doing very well.
Limpopo feels like the president has abandoned them, and then we saw the deputy chairperson saying, well, they are now going with...
Let me not talk about Limpopo. It has got its chairperson, it's got its own secretary, they've been addressing their own delegation. I think let me just be seized with the Eastern Cape and what I'm leading as I'm coming here. So dynamics of other provinces, yes, we're talking to every province, we're building ANC together, we are rallying everyone around this. We would have had an interest of the consensus leadership possible, where you don't even talk about the perspective. Us reaching out and really finding each other much better. Not for us here as members, but for the society, for South Africa, for the future, but also for 2024. You know, when the ANC came together much better in 2000 in Stellenbosch, as well as in others, you have seen ANC growing up to almost 69%. So South Africans are sensitive. When they see us contesting each other here because of our own democratic principles or processes, they think that sometimes we go overboard to become so sort of having much more enmity, which should be avoided. So the narrative and the message that we're sending out sometimes gets interpreted out of context. So, but the ANC must continue. The unity in the ANC is sacrosanct. The leadership elected has got no space of doing other things rather than to lead everyone else. You don't have even to extend an olive branch, but every member of the ANC knows when you choose to be in this perspective, you can win, you can lose. But if you lose, you must understand that you have got duties in the ANC of protecting ANC to move forward.
Thank you very much. I know you're rushing. You want to vote. You can't wait to vote.
Definitely. I'm going there. I'm going to vote.
For yourself?
I'm going to vote for myself. Thank you very much. Okay. Humbled. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, that was the Oscar Mabuyane, the chairperson of the ANC. And of course, he is the nominee for the deputy president. He's actually on the ballot. And I'm going to be bringing in now the ANC Youth League. We know how they pronounce the ANC Youth League. They pronounced quite differently to what someone like Oscar Mabuyane hopes to achieve. Sizophila Mkhize, they are very clear that Zweli Mkhize is going to win. Do you think you have the numbers, Ms. Mkhize?
The numbers are numbering, and that is why the conference has been delayed. You saw yesterday we were dealing with credentials and to delay credentials when the conference was saying we have adopted credentials, and everyone is agreeing in the conference that credentials must be adopted. But the chair tried by all means to delay the credentials. Now what is delaying is the voting. The reason the voting is delaying is because numbers are not numbering for some people, but numbers are really numbering for us.
But the Cyril Ramaphosa slate, if I may put it that way, had a huge number of nominations, actually at around 2,000 branch nominations. And Dr. Zweli Mkhize was about just under 1,000. So, and then we are talking about numbers here, but on the face of it, they appear to have numbers.
Look, when you go to a war, you must take care of your soldiers. Don't take care of your friends. Take care of your soldiers. The people that are really ready to die for you. And unfortunately, the men did not do that. The men took care of the friends, not the soldiers. Now the soldiers are saying we're not coming. We'd rather have the people that are speaking about us. Limpopo yesterday, you saw the videos. They are circulating on social media.
But the branches rebelled against that?
No, which branches?
Limpopo branches, we also spoke to some of the regional chairpersons.
When you say some of them, I'm very happy because you are not saying majority of them. I'm speaking about the majority of the branches of Limpopo who are saying that, look, whoever is not speaking about us, we are not going to speak about them. I mean, you just had an interview here, I was watching, and I listened to Comrade Oscar. When you go to a war, and you are pinning your soldiers against each other, Ronald and Oscar, you are saying that you are not in charge of your own corps. And here we are saying that we're in charge of our own corps. We know exactly what is going on. And here, numbers for us are numbering. We just want to go and vote. People must stop delaying us.
So if you don't win?
If we don't win, of course, we are members of the ANC, we are very disciplined. We are going to accept the results. We're not going to go to courts like others who get throttled and go to courts. We're not going to go to any court. We are going to accept the leadership of the ANC. But here, we are exercising our democratic right of saying we want Zweli Mkhize. And if we don't win, if we don't win, we are going to accept results of the conference, and we're going to move with the ANC. Hopefully, we are going to have some sort of. I can tell you, this conference here today is a turning point of the ANC. It is going to tell us whatever happens at this conference. It is going to tell us whether the ANC is going to live longer or it's going to die very soon.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, Sizophila Mkhize there of the Youth League, basically saying they are ready, they have the numbers, they think they have done enough groundwork to win this conference. But she does say in the event, because this is a democratic space, in the event they do not win, they will accept the outcome and move on.
In fact, Mzwai, she says the numbers are numbering, but let's leave it there for now and discuss that at the top of the hour, which we will be going to very soon. Of course, Mzwandile Mbeje is the politics editor for the SABC.